why every photographer and videographer needs a 16 to 35mm f4 lens. Now, why the f4 lens? Well, we're going to go straight into the first reason, and that is because of the price. The 16 to 35mm f4 is a lot cheaper than the f2.8 version. I actually got this used at around £400, and I think at £400 that is an absolute steal. This lens is so good for that price, and with the f2.8 version, yes, you're getting that extra light coming into the actual sensor of the camera, but it comes at a lot more money. I think it's like nearly £1,000 more, maybe £600 to £800 more just for an f2.8 version. And for a lot of people out there, especially ones who are going for landscapes or even real estate, which we'll get into in a bit, I don't think you really need the f2.8 version. f2.8 will be nice for real estate sometimes, but it's not needed, and I definitely didn't need it when I was doing real estate. So really, for the same price as the 16 to 35mm f2.8, you can pick up a used version of this, and you can also probably get a 70-200 f2.8. You could get like a prime lens as well with it, obviously if these are used as well, and you can just get way more for your money if you did go for the f4 version over the f2.8. Add a flash, add some lighting in there, you can still get some amazing videos and photos out of this lens. And reason number two why I think you should buy the 16 to 35mm f4 is because on the f4 version of for the Canon lenses anyway, is that it has image stabilization, and the f2.8 version does not have any stabilization at all, and it's a lot more money. However, if you are looking at the RF 15 to 35mm f2.8, that does have image stabilization. However, if you're looking at the EF versions of these lenses, then this does not have any image stabilization at all in the f2.8 version, and that's another reason why I bought this lens. Not because it was cheaper, it was because I mainly bought it to do real estate videos, and to do real estate videos I wanted that stabilization. Even though I had the gimbal, I still wanted that smooth stabilization. So if you do want image stabilization and you're looking to do a lot of video, then I really do think you should get the 16 to 35mm f4 version over the f2.8. If you are enjoying this video so far, why not hit that subscribe button? It will really help me out, and I've actually just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm now in the YouTube partner program. So I'd like to thank you so much to so many people out there who have supported this channel. It's so much appreciated, and it's literally only the beginning of this YouTube channel. So thank you so much. And if you haven't noticed already, I'm not filming on my camera today. I'm actually filming on the DJI Action 3 using the DJI mic straight into the actual camera. So what do you think of the quality? I'm actually shooting in 10-bit D-Cine-like, and obviously I've got this audio as well. So yeah, leave a comment down below what you actually think. So moving on to the third reason why you should actually buy the 16 to 35mm f4 version. Now, you can actually get the f2.8 version for this as well. It doesn't really matter. This is just really in general for any 16 to 35mm, and that is because it is so good for wedding and event photography. If you pair your camera up with a flash such as the Godox V1 or a Canon flash, and you're in the actual disco area when actually the party's getting started at the wedding, you can get some awesome wide angle and kind of tight 35mm shots with this lens and create some amazing dancing party photos with this lens. As you can see by some of these photos that I have taken with this lens using the flash while it's the party time at the wedding, you can get some really nice cool wide angle shots, and you can also get some nice tight shots focusing in on either one or two people dancing and just having fun. You can actually get really in with the action, and you can actually have a little good time yourself as well, because you're in the action, you're not far away. Capturing it with like a 50mm, for example, you're literally in there with them, and it's just a lot of fun, and you can like have a lot of fun with the guests when they're dancing as well. Tell you what, I've really got to get my cardio up and go back to the gym. I'm knackered walking up this hill. If you do hear me huffing and puffing, I am very sorry. I've got to admit, I'm loving this DJI Action 3. Like, I went out vlogging yesterday with this camera, with the PGY Tech Mantis pod, and I got to admit, it's so heavy. Have a take a look at this view. Look at that. And if you're wondering where I am, if you don't know by that, I'm in Woolacombe in Devon, and I come here every year, near enough, with my family. And it is just a really nice, peaceful and amazing place. I mean, look at that view behind me. And this is another reason why I love the DJI Action 3, because you can get that super wide angle. So the fourth reason why I think you should pick up a 16 to 35mm f4 and why everyone should actually get this lens is because of real estate photography and videography. Now, that is actually the only reason why I bought this lens, because I thought I needed to make more money with my lenses with my photography, with my videography, and I thought the best way to do that was real estate, and I needed a wide angle lens to do that. And I am so happy I picked this lens up because it has performed so well for me. I've shot 2 or 3 real estate videos with it. You can get such a wide angle and make the house look so much bigger than it already is. With the image quality out of an L series lens from Canon, you really can't go wrong with a 16-35mm f4 for real estate videography, because as well, with it being 16-35, yes, it would be nice to have a 2.8 for the lower light, like I said earlier, but this has image stabilization, so it makes it even better for like stable footage. And with you being a wide angle at 16mm, you can also get some nice unique shots punching in at 35mm to get some more zoomed in perspectives with this lens at the house, and it just makes the video so much more dynamic and better, having different perspectives with different focal lengths when you actually are recording or taking photos of the house. I had to swap hands, but with it being with photography as well, it doesn't matter if it's f4, so you don't actually need the f2.8 version, because when I do take my real estate photography photos, I always tend to shoot with like f9, for example, just to get majority of things in focus. So having an f2.8 version for that isn't really necessary, and that's why I love the f4, because it has image stabilization for video, and because obviously you don't really need f2.8 for photography either when you are taking the photos. I gotta admit, I always say if it wasn't for this lens, I wouldn't have the job that I'm in right now, because I gotta admit, without this lens, I really actually think it did help me get this job, because obviously of the videos that I actually did make. And I've got to admit, this lens is the money maker. You can get really nice real estate photos and videos of it. I think it's crucial for wedding videography and photography as well. So not just for photography, like I mentioned earlier, I do think it's crucial for videos as well, because you can get that real nice establishing wide shots as well. And I just think this is an all-round beast. And not only for that as well, if you're just a content creator as well, I use this all the time in my studio. So this is the 5th reason why you should get one as well. Because if you are a content creator, you are a vlogger, you are a YouTuber, anything like that, because I use this all the time in my studio. I get a nice wide angle shot, I can get punching in, and again, I don't need the f2.8 version because I have my massive light actually filming me all the time. Also out for vlogging like now, even though I did say it is heavy, and if you are pairing it with a mirrorless camera, this is the EF version by the way, this all goes out to, you can use the RF version, you can use Sigma versions, just a 16-35mm, doesn't really matter. You obviously is a little bit heavier with the adapter, but it doesn't really matter because you can get some really nice vlogs with it if you do want to vlog with it. I mean, I'm still going to vlog with this even though I'm using the Action 3, and you can just get some really nice wide angle shots, tight shots, and it's just great for content creators overall. So if you do actually want to buy this lens or any EF version or RF version of a 16-35mm f4 or f2.8, I will leave the links in the description below for you to go purchase. And if you did enjoy this video, why not hit that subscribe button, because like I said, it will really help me out so much. And if you did like this video as well, you might be interested in this video up here where I actually talk about why the Canon R6 Mark II is so good for wedding photography. So if you do want to get this lens for wedding photography and you want to pair it with a brand new camera, or if you're looking to get a new camera for wedding photography, then you actually might want to check this video out, because the Canon R6 Mark II for wedding photography, and I assume for wedding videography as well, is one of the best cameras out there, and I actually do think it's one of the most perfect cameras for wedding photography. So if you do want to go check that video out, make sure you click this video next.